to that God Power channel. This is the channel where we're going to unlock the God Power that's laying dormant on the inside of you. But first today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about temptation, because that's been on my mind, and not just temptation, but resisting temptation. I feel like that is something important that we need to discuss so that we can unlock our God Power, because if one isn't able to resist temptation, then it's going to be difficult to unlock your God Power. So I guess the best place to start talking about temptation would be the definition of temptation. And according to the internet or Google God, the definition of temptation is a desire to do something, especially wrong or unwise. Now, going off that definition, temptations usually come to us at pivotal times in our lives to derail us from our actual goals. So it's like the time when you really need to get something done, or you're trying to do some work. What's there? Social media is tempting you. Oh, I'm gonna check my little feed real quick. Or, you know what I'm saying, if you're in a good, faithful relationship, fellas, you know what I'm saying, I know y'all feel this, and probably girls too, but I'm not a girl, so I don't know. But it's always another girl. You're like, temptation. You don't have to fall to it though. Some people are tempted by drugs and alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe they don't want to do those kind of things, and when they get around them, they get tempted by them, and you know what I'm saying? It's normal. However, we do not have to fall to our temptations every time the temptation presents itself. We can actually resist temptation. It does not have to rule your body and your mind at all. If you can resist temptation, this proves total self-control. Like you have, in that moment at least, you have totally self-control, or you have total self-control of yourself. One example that you can follow, because resisting temptation can be hard, and we all know this shit, like we know this. But one example that we can follow is Jesus from the Bible, because he was tempted by Satan himself, and he resisted each time. But each time Satan was giving him, or trying to give him or offer him something that actually Jesus could use at the time, you feel me? Resisting, it also, not only is it your self-control that's guiding your resistance, but it is your focus. Focus is very, very, very important to resisting temptation. So let's go ahead and break down the story of how Jesus resisted temptation so that we can get an idea of how to resist temptation. And once we get a grasp on how to resist temptation, then there should be nothing that thwarts us from our purpose in life. So let's get it. Satan tempted Jesus with three things, all right? And we're just gonna go down the list. And first thing, so let's just get the story right. Jesus was fasting in the desert 40 days, 40 nights. That's more than a month, you feel me? Like he wasn't eating, you know what I'm saying, just praying. So he was obviously super hungry. That's a whole 10 days more than a month. So the first thing that Satan tempted Jesus with was food. He went up to Jesus and he was like, yo, if you're the son of the God, turn these stones into some bread, because I know you're hungry. And Jesus was like, I'm hungry, but we don't live by bread alone, but by every word of the living God. So he beat that temptation with some words of scripture. The second thing that Satan did was he tempted Jesus with miracles. He was like, he took Jesus up to this big, tall mountain peak, right? And he was like, yo, you're the son of God, jump off, because if you jump, I'm sure God's gonna send his angels so that not even your foot's gonna be hurt. And Jesus was like, yeah, okay. And he's like, that may be true, but you should not tempt the Father. That's written. And Jesus knew not to test God, and he fought the response with that simple answer: nah, you don't supposed to tempt God, bro. So at the end of the day, what you just asked me to do is wrong, because I'm supposed to be tempting God? Nah, get out of here. Third thing that he tempted Jesus with, he showed Jesus all the kingdoms of the earth and all their splendor. He was like, yo, I will give you all of this. I will give you all of this if you just bow down and worship me, fam. And Jesus was like, Ha, nah, dog. Away from me, Satan. For it is written, only worship the Lord your God and serve only him. So the devil was like, yo, this guy's strong. I am not gonna fuck with this dude no more. And he just left him alone. The fact that Jesus successfully resisted temptation meant for his life that temptation fled from him. So I'm sure that would translate into our lives as well. If we continue to resist temptation, that temptation will no longer even be an issue. It will actually flee from you. So that's what I hope that we all got out of this story of Jesus tempting or being tempted by the devil. Because if you resist, it will flee. So I hope everybody got something from this. And if not everybody, I hope at least somebody got something from this, you feel me? And I hope that y'all have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed, fantastic, miraculous, amazing day. And remember, love your neighbors, yo. Do something nice for somebody today. If you can, you know what I'm saying? Give somebody $1, you know what I'm saying? Do something from the heart, you feel me? But most importantly, remember that you got that God power.
Look at the God power. I got the God power.